for coming on. I think the first thing that I kept thinking about was you've been talking a lot about thinking bigger, pushing people to think bigger, like you thinking bigger yourself. What kind
Yep.
of sparks that in yourself, and how can other people think bigger?
Yeah, dude. I think one of the things that really starts that, I've been thinking about that a lot. I was like, okay, like we've got agents from all over the world watching our stuff and doing stuff with us. I'm like, okay, what has helped me? What has helped them? How could someone like immediately start to make a shift? Because dude, there's a lot of people that are I've learned, dude, there's a lot of young people that are, like struggling with mental illness. There's a lot of people that are unhappy, they're depressed, they're going through different stuff. They got a lot going on in their life. And they're struggling with, dude, how do I evolve and level up? Like I spoke at NAFA and American National and Globe and a bunch of these other conferences I've been paid to speak at this year. And they're talking about how we want to level up our crew. We want our crew to think bigger. We want our crew to do more. We want them to evolve as a person. And I think deep down the truth is, Melissa, I think we all want to evolve as a person. Like we really don't want to be like, for example, I tell my wife all the time, if I feel, I told her recently, okay, I'll share some vulnerable truth today. How about that? Is that all right?
Yeah.
I told my wife recently, I said, I feel stagnant and I freaking hate it. Like I feel like Cody is plateauing or leveling off, and Ryan England, I don't want to do that, man. Right? So how does someone level up? I really believe the first way someone levels up is through new experiences. Okay. Now this has come from me spending millions of dollars on personal development, self-improvement, events, conferences, whatever. So if you're like brand new or you disagree or you're, from where you were working at Chick-fil-A before and you don't have any gumption, whatever you want to call it, then you know what? Good for you. But I'm telling you, I'm right. Okay. New experiences. So if you're like somebody they're in Oregon, like if you're in Oregon, okay, and you don't get outside of Oregon and you just hang out in Oregon and you talk to the friends you went to high school with, right? You just get advice from your parents. You never get around, you never get to hang out with six-figure earners or millionaires, or you're in that family where nobody's ever made six figures before. And they're probably never gonna make six. They're thinking nobody's ever gonna make six figures ever because it feels like, like you got to win the lottery to make six figures nowadays, right? For whatever their family's been through. I can tell you this, you need something to wake you the freak up. And new experiences can do that. Ultimate Agent was a new experience for Johnny Nittifin. The dude, he was already impressive, but the dude is on a whole nother freaking planet and level today. And it takes an experience to like shatter and like wake you and really start to shake you a little bit, And so I think a lot of people are if you're not happy with where you're at, you've got to find something to just wake you the freak up.
Dude, that's so good. So, I mean, you obviously went on the Ultimate Agent tour. You're pushing new levels constantly. How do you think of these crazy ideas that nobody thinks about? Like, I would have never thought about that. I don't
Yeah.
think many people would if you're not Cody Askins. How do you
Dude,
come up with these things?
Johnny's, I don't even know if you prepared or not, but these are phenomenal questions. This is a good one, man, because I feel like, so as an example, I haven't planned anything massive in like 3 weeks since the tour. So that's kind of why I feel like am I like fading and I'm like melting away? Like what's going on here? Ideas come. I don't normally get ideas when I'm sitting at my desk in the office. Okay. I'm gonna just be honest. Like that's what most people would want to tell you. Like, dude, just work and just sit there and grind and you'll have new ideas. No, you won't. You just won't, because I don't when I sit there and grind. Now you got to do that. But when I want new ideas, I've got to get outside of my element. I may spend a little more time at home. I may go to our lake house. I may travel on vacation. I'm going to Costa Rica with some buddies in December. Like I think that will allow me to have some new ideas. You need to disconnect from the everyday life if you want new ideas, some new transformation. You want something to like help you in some way, make you think differently. You need to get outside of your everyday element and comfort zone and get forced to really start to get creative and think about your whole business and stuff you're doing. I mean, here's another example. I have a tendency when things are plateau, when revenue plateaus, company plateaus, people plateau, I feel like I'm plateauing. My first knee-jerk reaction is to change everything. Right? I'm like, I'm going to freaking get a new team and I'm getting new salespeople and I'm going to sell new products and I'm changing everything and I'm going to stop doing that and I'm cutting that and I'm never doing that. And my first thought is to just change everything. Now, is that the right move? No. Is that because Cody Askins is a little freaking nuts? Yes. Maybe a lot freaking nuts. However, my first thought is, okay, we're here, but what if you're listening right now, like whatever got you here, wherever here is, the same stuff most likely will not get you to here. If you're here and you want to be here, the same stuff you did to get here will not get you here.
Yeah.
What does that mean? That means you need some new stuff, right? That means if, dude, you've been cold calling, cold door knocking, and, you know, trying to do this or using vendors, whatever you've been doing, man, like whatever, or not paying for coaches, or not going to events, or not having new experiences, or not ever getting new ideas, or just being freaking stagnant and broke and disappointed and like depressed and like pissed off all day, every day. Whatever you've been doing will not get you, because you can't, like, if some people are already working. I love an AEP, man. They're like, dude, I can work, you know, I'm working 400 hours a week and I'm just freaking flooded and I just can't breathe and I don't have time to eat or go to the bathroom or hang out with my family. Like, freaking stupid, man. Like, it's dumb. Like, shut up. Like, stop acting like you guys are actually grinding an AEP, because majority of you are not. Now, for those that are, and you're like, dude, I am working 60, 70, 80 hours, you know, and I'm working a lot. Most people are never working that much. Let's be honest. Okay. There's weeks, there's weeks I don't even work that much. I'll be honest. If you're in the chosen few and you are, what are you going to do? Just start working 90 hours, 110 hours, 130 hours? Like, we only have 168 in a week. You're just not going to sleep. You know what I mean? So to go from here to here, dude, it's not just work. There's huge IMO leaders. They're like, just freaking work, man. Just do more. It's like, I love Johnny's shirt, more, but dude, sometimes more is a different more.
Yeah.
It's not always the same more. It's not always, I can just snap my fingers and just make 100 more calls and my life's going to be amazing. No, man. I believe that there's times where you got to evaluate what you're doing and you've got to shoot it, and you got to do something different, and you got to change.
Yeah.